kicked out any casters. The US game still got the old casting team doing their stuff. Oh yeah, I gotta do my overlay in a...
Am I still alive? What's happening here?
Prepare for battle.
Yes, freaking finally, looks like I got a co-caster. How can it be so difficult to just enable open mic for, like, for team chat? That's all you gotta do to talk during the... What?
I can't hear you, man. I'm just kidding.
Oh, for fuck. Off to a great start, it seems.
I know.
So, what do you think
based
of
on the drafts, who do you think will win this game? Oh, you know what? We have like the exact same brain.
Well, honestly that's pretty much the first
it's gonna
question.
Be Nova's game here. God damn it, Joe. I think it's gonna be Nova's game here because you have the stand-in Master S. He's more of a passive support player. He's gonna take like the back lines and he's gonna try to have the least amount of death. Well, this Nova team is gonna run and just literally just rampage at you, man. So I think it'll be Nova's game here for sure.
Well, to be honest, Nova are under a lot of pressure because or Danish Bears, whatever they're called nowadays, they got the greedier lineup. If it goes to late game, then a single Chronosphere could wipe an entire team with Invoker. Like Invoker, Warlock, Nyx Assassin's Mana Burn, all in a Chronosphere. That could be a team wipe if you land a good Chrono. So Nova really gotta run over Danish Bears and make sure to get value out of the Silence ultimate. If they even fail to do that a single time, then they could be in a lot of danger.
What's shocking to me is the greediness of Cloud9's or Danish Bears draft here. You have I thought for sure the Void was gonna go safe lane, but it's actually going offlane. And I've actually never seen like often Eric's or 747's Invoker here. He's much more of a Cop or Lina player in my opinion. But I guess because Lina got nerfed.
I mean, 747 used to spam Invoker back in the days when Invoker was still one of those heroes that was always banned in the first phase, or nearly always. And I know he has some major skill on the hero. I'm kind of glad we get to see this actually. I don't know. This is really a game. This is really one of those games which is determined by the laning stage, I think, because both teams are so greedy. The team who first initiates a good team fight and wins it is gonna have a huge edge, and it's gonna be really hard to come back from it.
It's gonna be a dual lane here.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Troll Warlord is really weak when it comes to mid laning and early on, just because you can't really poke as hard as other heroes can. I mean, Invoker can really bully you out of lane, so he needs a support, and Danish Bears, they're not gonna hesitate and rotate one of their own over to make sure that 747, who is like one of the major tools, like I said in the draft, with the Chronosphere, he has so much synergy that he needs support right now. The bot lane should be fine anyways. Sven is pretty tanky, Sand King is not that much of a threat. Like, yes, Sand King's gonna get a pretty decent timing on his Blink Dagger, but I think that's manageable.
Stun coming into the SK, don't think they're going for it. It's just a normal harass stun. He does have the mango. And what I don't like is this Lester getting too much farm here.
Well,
same goes for
I don't know.
Void, huh?
Like I called during the draft already, lifesteal isn't that scary if you have an Invoker who just goes for a value Deafening Blast early on. Like, if you have a Deafening Blast in the first team fight, then lifesteal can be mitigated extremely well. The Troll Warlord is far more dangerous because if he gets, like, if Troll Warlord gets to a target, he's gonna stun lock that target. Lifestealer relies on healing himself by attacking, so if you prevent him from attacking once he drops low health, he's not gonna be able to do anything. He's just gonna drop. As for the Troll Warlord, if you disable him, like one person, the person he was trying to kill, is still stunned, so he's just gonna walk away, reposition himself in a safe position, and wait for the disarm to be over, so... I don't know, that's kind of my read on the situation here. And Hestajo could be going down here if Jakiro lands an Ice Path, but no.
He doesn't have it on yet. Oh, the first skill coming in with the combo and with the first kill, but he's not gonna die for sure.
No, he has a large tango, like... One lifestealer hit would have done it, I think, though.
Oh, stun coming into the Sven. Don't think they can kill the Sven, huh? Still first skill
No,
up,
they're
and
just gonna
Warlock's
force
coming
Salve.
into the aid.
I mean... Not only is Sven incredibly hard to kill with his crap ton of early armor and movement speed as well from the Warcry. On level 1 it's already 5 bonus armor, so it's pretty ridiculous early on. But even if they end up committing a lot for him, Warlock could turn the tides really quickly with Fatal Bonds. Because if one of the two starts taking tower shots, Fatal Bonds is such a good skill. And Hestajo now trading with the Jakiro. That's not gonna be the best of deals, but I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Then you just have 3 people rotating over bottom here. They might have. They're gonna make. They might actually make a setup here onto the Sand King, but the Sand King's one enough. Ooh, it's actually just showing near the tower. Yeah, I see for sure.
The thing is, even if the rotation doesn't find any kills, you still can make stacks. Like Warlock can go make stacks. Neeks Assassin, who needs the experience more, can snatch some experience from the lane and help Sven get lasted. But they're actually gonna go for a kill now that Sand King.
Okay, I am really sure he's dead now. The Mango is gonna pop to use his first skill. Why did he pop that Mango? But damage coming in. Sunshine's gonna miss, and he should die here. First blood for the Warlock. Beautiful play there.
What a waste of a perfectly good Mango, man.
I know, he had mana. He had enough mana for his stun as well. God dang it. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves, just like seeing someone waste their Fairy Fire or their Mango. Even if I use it, like, to waste it. Like, oh my god, it's so triggered.
Yeah, I mean, with Fairy Fire it's not that big, because Fairy Fire isn't that useful once you get at a stage where you have a decent deal of damage. Like, 2 damage doesn't really matter, 1 region does, you know? Like,
Did
especially
you see that
before
sacking stun?
Yeah,
he stunned,
think...
like, to the flag, and it hit no one. No creeps were near there, wow.
Like, honestly, I think Sand King is tilting a little bit. I mean, he's up against a pretty hard lane. Sven is really scary if he farms, so I can't really blame him for it, but it really looks like he's just...
No, he just cucked the Sand King, dude. He stunned the Sand King left, and then he took the rune. What a savage.
I'll take your tribute.
Rotation coming over to Hestajo. I think it's dead. Yeah, kill coming in for Spacey, the Silencer.
I completely missed that one,
1-1.
Yeah, score evened out now. Nova got an ever so slight gold advantage. But I don't know, it's really... I'm actually gonna switch over to the gold comparison on the side, and... This is looking really good for Nova right now, if you look at the gold distribution. I mean... Zitrax on the...
Dude, this Lifesteal's gonna get an early Midas. He's farming so fast. He should not have like
this is
like
the right call. This is like, this Midas is the right call for sure. Because, like I said before, he's not gonna be useful if he just runs at somebody, gets disarmed by the Invoker, or even gets stunned up by like Void bashing at him, or I don't know, Chronosphere could even be committed. There's a crap ton of armor, there's a crap ton of crowd control in general. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, 747 went down to the troll.
I told you, man, they're gonna just run down there and go on a rampage. This is what Nova plays, and the fact is, Masares has no TPs from the early like stages of the game. He can't rotate over. Should have saved mid. He's a passive player. He's like, he depends on what other people play, but he just sits back and like play passive. It doesn't die. That's what he plays, and it just literally is a bad counter to this rampaging playstyle that Nova is playing right now. And Hearthstone just gonna trade with the Jakiro. It's not gonna do much, but damage has been done. Oh, Sven popping the ult. Is he trying to kill the Sand King? I think he has the mag. Oh, what? Alright. He decided not to kill that, and he's gonna go for the Silencer instead. Is he going to die? He has the mango. Was he gonna pop it? What? Why don't you? Oh my god, dude.
He didn't even have to mango there. He had Warcry, like...
Yeah, he had the mango,
he could have just used Warcry and ran at him. Like, mango stuns is even too much committed in my opinion. He could have just ran under the tower with the Warcry, to be honest. Like, it's +5 armor, +12% movement speed. It's all you need for that dive, really. It was not like they were far enough away for the stun to really forced out there. Meanwhile, Jakiro is gonna go down to a Sunstrike from 747.
I mean, like, he could have killed both the Sand King and the Silencer if he just used Warcry, or even like stun is overkill, but still. A kill is better than nothing, and you only pop a mango and you get like what, 200 to 300 gold in return. That's very worth it, and you get a feed
and the
after
experience
that.
as well. Like, as a Sven, you really want to snowball at this point. Like, this is where you start to snowball once you take points in the cleave and once you got the Mask of Madness. So experience really starts to matter now as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now this game is looking really good for Nova. Danish Bears, they got the Chronosphere, of course, which can potentially turn around the entire game with one good chrono, but...
Oh, coming into the middle side, 4 people committed, and it's gonna just show ult, and yeah, 747's dead. Sorry, it's too late on CP.
That was a bit of an overkill, even. I really like Spacey's positioning, though, on a Silencer. That guy is on point, 6 intelligence stolen. Like, yeah, 3 kills, 6 intelligence stolen, that's how it's supposed to be, man.
I think it's actually worth though, like, they committed all those spells, but you're denying, like, the farm of the Invoker. He's gonna get, like, I want to say, 11 30-second Midas on the Invoker. You wanna deny as much farm as you want on this Invoker. If he does get an early Midas, it's basically like GG, and if the game's, like, is balanced and all things like that, he has still a lot of control. Just farm all game, and then have his Aghanim's, Lincolns, or whatever, and just literally just, like, wreck everyone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, especially if we look at the win condition here. For, like, the win condition for Team Danish Bears is kind of to get a, right now, to get a big Chronosphere, and then, like, dump a Meteor in there. Meteor and, I don't know, all kinds of Invoker damage. And if Invoker doesn't have enough damage to finish anybody off in the Chronosphere, one of the biggest spells is just gonna be kinda useless, so... If you shut down the Invoker, all you need to do is make sure that one of your cores is able to manfight Sven, which Troll Warlord is at nearly any stage of the game. He's got a Vladimir, so he can manfight Sven right now.
Did you see the Silencer ulti though?
Yeah, I think it was actually a good call there, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it's a good or a bad call, because in my opinion it was pretty nice. The Void couldn't use the Chrono.
Like, it denies a Chronosphere. Yeah. They were in Chronosphere range, so... saving any life at all, especially to a Void who... If Void gets like a Blink Dagger to position those Chronospheres, it gets scary again, because the Chronosphere is so important this game. Like, the Chronosphere in combination with Invoker, if you can shut down either part of that by denying a good Chronosphere or by denying Invoker all of the experience gain he relies on so heavily, then you're pretty much safe. And Lifesteal's early Midas, I really love that itemization choice as well, because Lifesteal knows he's not gonna be the main core for the like first, I don't know, 30 minutes. Troll's gonna do all the heavy lifting until Lifesteal becomes like, I don't know, 3-slotted, I'd say.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom
Oh
tower
god,
has
Invoker went down again.
I think it's a fine trade Invoker for the tier 1 tower at the bottom. I mean, Invoker's gonna get his Midas. He does have his Midas now.
Yeah, it's mostly about
Master is-
denying Invoker experience. You delayed his Midas timing by like about 2 minutes, and then you kill him off again, so he can't even get lane experience. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord looking for farm everywhere he can. And it looks like Joe is actually going to opt for the Mask of Madness here instead of going early Blink Dagger. Or maybe he's just gonna go Morbid Mask. Not Morbid Mask, Flats.
Doing
I
the
don't know,
farm
what
with
do
the
you
Morbid
think?
Mask, that's for sure. It's sad how the
Yeah,
sacking
but-
isn't getting that much. He should have way more by now, in my opinion. But now he has
Should
all
have
the lane
what?
to himself. Have more items at this point.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well,
is under
honestly, it's not that big of a deal because... Oh boy, they smoke
Did
and
you
then...
see that smoke? What? Ace is in trouble.
They
The
were out of
stun is-
vision, man,
is
it's
committed,
nice.
and he's gonna die. The ult coming in again, so this void couldn't chrono. That's pretty like. How
Like,
do you
they
like
see
see
Void
that?
and they
Like,
immediately...
yeah,
Like,
dude.
that's such a good call.
That's such a good call, though. Yeah, man. The same
Like,
exact brain.
seriously.
dude. That is
This is
so
some
good.
next level
Holy
shit.
crap. At mid lane, oh dude, they are dominating Danish Bears right now. I told you, man, they play this rampaging style, and then you have Masters who's playing like so passive. It's nowhere near fights, just at top for some reason. And he's just trying not to die, hiding in the back line, is what I like saying. Invoker's gonna push top though.
Dire's top tower.
But honestly, with a Warlock, you can't really do much on the front lines. Like, yeah, you're gonna do a really slow heal. Like, here, you're gonna be healed by 300 in the next half an hour or so. Like, I don't know, I like playing a defensive Warlock, actually.
I mean, the main point for you is to like stay behind your team, not like he wasn't wandering around and Asians and stuff. Like, your ult is used for specifically for counter initiation or like so. Ooh, Warlord.
Okay,
Gotta
there's
get
the first
committed
chrono
here.
of the
Sounds
game.
like
It's not
gonna land. Is he going to die? He's gonna die for sure. Chrono
They
used
finally
there,
get a
and
chrono off.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I mean, I've been talking about that
next
for the
a
last
troll
couple of
Warlord,
minutes.
dude. Yeah. It's a 2-minute cooldown.
I mean, that was actually a really good call from Danish Bears. They were like, okay, every time we let Nova initiate, they're gonna wait for the Science ultimate. So we're not gonna be able to chrono them, so we need to just dive in their territory here and get off any chrono at all. But the thing about the Warlock is, to be honest, I really like his passive style of sitting back and stuff. I just think he's doing it to like help the Sven who doesn't need any help. If he would like stay back in the mid lane instead of staying back at the bottom lane, if you know what I mean, then 747 would have had so much more of a good game.
Yep.
I mean, Warlock is so
I'm
good at
surprised that like
defending.
Nova is playing so good against like I want to say a really good team. They almost qualify for TI. I mean, even with one stand and don't think it matters that seems like it's like that much, but they're doing a really good job here. Midstar's gonna get denied. That's our gun, and Schultz just gonna free farm
Like-
top, ripping off the jungle.
How far did Nova get in the TI qualifiers actually?
Oh, they weren't signed. They haven't signed a roster, I don't think, in TI. But like their normal team, I think it went to like top 4 or something. In my opinion. Like, to my knowledge, I mean.
Damn.
Sanking has the blink now.
That was about time,
But there's
actually. Like,
infested in it. Yeah, that's
okay, they're
pretty
gonna go for a big
decent
blink
timing.
reveal. But Noya
Nyx is invis here. Is he gonna...
and Sand can get spotted out. I think they can make the call that this is an infest bump.
4 heroes rotating bottom, almost 5.
Oh
You're
god,
still
there we go.
Sacking. Ooh, stuff's gonna land. Is this a bait though?
I'm telling you, they
Coronation
knew it
coming
was an
in. Global
infest bump.
Sounds popped. Holy shit, they still pulled that off?
And
Sanking's
there
gonna
we go.
reinitiate it for
Epicenter, but it's
some
not gonna do
reason.
that.
He's just gonna die, dude. That was a bad epicenter. And
Well, to be honest, you were dead
trying to
anyways.
run away. Oh, that was like that coronation from Warlock was actually a pretty good one. Without that, they wouldn't they would have gotten more for that Sanking ultimate for sure. But just died.
I mean, I'm pretty certain because of that big rotation, they knew it was an infest bump. You wouldn't have committed 3 heroes
Indeed.
to that fight if you didn't suspect Lifesteer being in there. But now the game is actually evened out again, so pretty much anything can happen. We're gonna see Troll Warlord just go for a Roche kill. Meanwhile, Noya in a lot of trouble.
First
There we go,
committed.
Chrono again.
Sunstrike dropped down. Spacey's in trouble here. Sven's trying to catch him. He's gonna
Noya gonna go down.
catch him. Spacey, what are you doing, my man? Stun coming in, but that's not gonna do much here. Storm is still there, but no mana. And Blink is in
I mean,
cooldown.
that was a really good fight from Danish Bears. The way they rotated in there from this way, like, this was the safest way to try and secure the Roche here, or at least prevent Nova from taking Roche. And in the end, it didn't quite work out as well because the Chronosphere didn't take any high-value targets. But you still trade 2 for 1, so at least you're gonna mitigate the Roche gold advantage, I guess.
They committed the Chrono just outside the pit. They didn't know they were roaching, I feel.
Is under
You see it Sanking outside.
They knew it,
but
man. They knew
it. It was like far off of reach. Really? But they were Sanking was like on here, which like he chased here. Well, no one went inside the roach pit, which they should be in. The Sands was late. Don't think they actually knew. They actually Chrono here.
Well,
then
to be honest, I
there's
think,
no way.
like, I'm pretty certain they thought it was like, I'm pretty certain they knew there was something around the Roche, but because otherwise you wouldn't commit that much for a Sand King. If you see a single Sand King in the river, why would you commit 3 heroes for it if you don't know that there's like more to it? If you see a single Sand King in the river, you're not gonna commit 3
There was
heroes
2 people
unless they
here,
thought
and then, like,
Lifesteer was in there.
If they thought there was roaching, there's no way they would commit Chrono. They would commit Chrono here, I feel, right? Or it is a sacking though. Maybe you were right, but Spacey's gonna die again, out of position again.
And
Ooh,
we're gonna
Sasha
see
can
Ace
land and he's
just chop
dead.
down Loki's.
That's sad, dude.
Sven
Ace is
the
getting
Dragon
so
Slayer.
much now. Sven the Dragon
Like,
Slayer.
honestly, I think what Danish Bears thought was that like Nova was grouping up here to prepare for the Roche, like up here near the shrine. That they wanted to go Roche and that Sand King was already placing a ward so they could safely Roche, and that they kind of want to intercept Sand King to make sure they weren't Roching. Like, that's
that
my
makes
read
sense,
on the
but
situation.
still, they didn't know they were in the Roche pit. That's why I said you wouldn't commit a Chrono outside if you knew that they were Roching here. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you
Because we
wouldn't
just
have
put the
committed that
Chrono on
much.
the
That's
Roche.
why, that's why I'm saying I think Danish Bears thought like Nova was here, sitting here, waiting for a good opportunity to go in the pit.
Fast Bomb's gonna drop. Ooh, the counter initiation Chrono, and the stun gonna
Counter initiation now.
That's not gonna do anything. The counter initiation from the Warlock. Everyone's gonna drop down here. Everyone's slow. Is he gonna get more?
A decent trade for Nova
Slow,
still
slow,
right
trouble.
now, and now we're gonna see the Troll
Ooh.
Warrior finally start to do some damage. I
thought this was gonna go bad for Nova, but then they actually turned it around with the Warlock. I'm in the Warlord.
Counter initiation, man.
Counter initiation, dude.
Oh, that reminds me of
Seven.
Dota Reporter. Dota 2 Reporter.
Ooh, Spacey. Does he know? Does he know?
Oh my god.
That was so bad, dude. Unlucky. Stun coming in. It's not gonna do much, is it?
This is gonna be
gonna
brutal.
bash him? I know, dude. That was so unlucky. He placed the ward here, but then the tree didn't get him. He was like standing here. And not like on the other tree side. Like not on here. Damn, dude.
I mean, honestly, that's why you don't place the ward here while that tower's still standing. I mean, if you plan to push that tier 2, you put the ward up here on the high ground. And then after you push down the tier 2, then you place a ward up there, because then it's actually a risk to walk around like this. And I mean...
Oh, Smasserix is dead? He is dead first. Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's...
nice, alright.
Radiant's middle tower
It's not an even game. But in late game, I'm sure that Danish Bears will own the heck out of Nova. Push is still coming in, they're not scared of the Invoker at all, huh?
Radiant structures are
I mean, it's not so much about them being scared, it's more of the pressure, like...
Radiant's middle tower.
Nova, they need... I mean, they're pretty certain that they need to finish this game before like the 40-minute mark. So anything you can get, you might take a risk for, because even if you lose like a support while retreating, or even your offlaner, it's fine if you get a tower out of it. It's always worth.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're gonna get top tower again, and it's a 1k gold lead onto their side. And did they see the Sven? Sven's still hiding, is the ult ready? Ooh, they might be
But now
plotting
there's
something
5
here.
people
Here-
top.
Do they know that Sven's there? Are they baiting here? Ooh. No, I think Lifester might be dead.
I don't think...
He's
Now they know.
dead?
No, actually? That was no
Wait,
vision, what?
No, I'm sure you could have seen him. Oh, Lifester, like
Stealer.
what
He
a
put on the
player,
rage
dude.
just as a
Both-
safety
both
measure,
are
and it
players.
saves his ass. I mean, this
Ooh,
is just...
see, they knew. Look, they know that Sven's there. They're still plotting this. I think they can kill him.
Can
No
they
bashes,
though?
alright. Stun's gonna come in from Jakiro. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Ace gotta
Yeah.
drop down for sure now.
That's a clean kill,
Bash
and
coming in,
Spacey
dude.
getting even more int. Delicious, delicious silencer int.
And fastball coming into the bottom line, and 747's gonna drop 2 cores. Like the 2 most important cores are dead here in short than 30 seconds. Under 30 seconds, I mean.
Yeah, this is
What a
just really
rotation.
disciplined aggression from Nova. They know exactly when to go aggressive and when not to. That's pretty much how you play aggressive. If you know you're a team which wants to like run over the enemy, then you know exactly how you then you need to know exactly how you punish enemy cores for split pushing and stuff, because otherwise you're gonna get punished yourself for the aggression. And I'm actually gonna take a look at the items now that the game is quiet. Lifesteal is opting for an Assault Curse now. He already got a Heaven's Halberd. He got a Desolator. Looking pretty good. Troll Warlord went for the Blink Dagger into BKB now, so...
And the BKB.
He's
He
gonna
can't
start
die and
turning
he can
into a
like
raid
counter
boss.
anytime now. Double
I
damage
mean-
just to spice things up.
I mean, I don't know. The thing about Troll is look at his follow-up items. He's gonna go for Diffusal Blade into Skadi. That's actually huge. This man knows how to play Troll properly.
Sunstrike's not gonna hit, that's very unlucky. But both players, both
just-
supports gonna die here for sure. Why did the counter initiation though, and it's gonna get the Void
That was
and the
perfect.
Next Assassin. I thought they were gonna
managed
like.
to get-
Oh, dude. They're
That
gonna get
was
wolf
like-
with this. Is he?
they
Oh,
though?
the rock
With the
drop is
Warlock
gonna
ultimate?
stun 3 people. What's happening here? And like not hit again.
I mean,
and
the Heaven's
Sven's
Halberd
is
already paid off for Lifestealer. That's gonna be
getting
that Sven.
kited, dude. Holy crap! Lifestealer's a player. It's gonna be a 4-for-1.
Oh god, there we go. And I mean, that was perfect. I
playing
think a lot of that fight,
So good.
like a lot of that has to be attributed to Spacey here. There was just a little bit of cooldown left on his ultimate, so he knew he was dead, and instead of running back to his team to try and save his life, he actually juked them away. He just made sure to stay alive long enough to get the ultimate off and then just die. That was completely
Did that really
calculated by him.
happen?
Is under attack.
What a
And
player,
he
dude.
managed
I
to
gotta
like
give it to
enable his
Spacey.
team.
Radiant's top
Like,
tower
I mean, yeah, Lifestealer is huge. Lifestealer is a big raid boss, but if Lifestealer doesn't get a good initiation or a good chance to initiate, he's just gonna get kited. That's the drawback of Lifestealer. So this one's completely up to Spacey. That was just freaking beautiful, man. And
Holy
Nova
shit, I gotta
there
watch
now
the
at a
replay
6k
again,
lead.
just to see that play.
We really need a replay mechanic on the cup, like just a secondary desktop running with the replay. That actually it's not that hard to set up. I think if I get my once I get my paycheck for the season, I'm gonna buy some additional RAM and set up a replay feature.
Ramen.
RAM sticks. And ramen, of course, that's just delicious. I essentially live off ramen,
What flavor
energy
do you like?
drink, and shrimp. Shrimp master race.
Ooh, shrimp, dude.
You know what's really delicious? If you take shrimp, like if you just take cheap shrimp instant noodles, you add some fresh shrimp, some crab meat, and like some fresh vegetables to the mix. You can buy the mixed vegetables at pretty much any supermarket, like deep frozen. So you throw those in halfway through the process. Like usually you have to wait for it 5 to 10 minutes to cook thoroughly, and then you can throw in the vegetables halfway, so they're still a bit crunchy, and shrimps and crabs as well, which then cook in the. Ah, it's delicious. Now I want food, man, and I still got like a best of 3 after this best of 3, so struggle. And if we look at the items, I don't know. Hestajo's build is actually, I think, a bit too greedy. Like, I think a Blink Dagger would have been important here over the Diffusal Blade. I don't know, man. What do you think?
And they're trying to find a kill. Yeah, it's pretty greedy in my opinion as well.
And yeah, this is just gonna be free roach, it seems. Okay, Noya coming in. Might go for a snatch.
Global
Gonna see
silence
ultimate.
again, dude. Spacey is playing such a good game here, dude.
I mean,
What a player,
you
honestly,
see the
is gonna-
thing. The thing about Spacey is he's just really disciplined. He knows his one task is if you see Void near any one of your teammates, you press R. That's all he needs to do to win the game. Press R. And he makes sure he can always press R and live to press R, and that's all he needs to do to win this game. And
Did you see what Spacey did there to the Sven? And is 747 gonna drop? Ghost committed, he's going to get the kill. Look at the life there.
747 was
Ain't
dead
Sven
already,
is
man.
gonna get stunned
Sven
up.
as well.
And that dude.
this is
The
almost
silencer made sure
already
that
GG.
Sven followed him. Like, he went
Spacey
here.
MVP, man. Spacey MVP.
Look at, like, he went here, right? And then made sure that Sven just pushed him out here to make sure the fight goes on over here, so no interruptions are possible. And then they get free kills in return, and then they can just cut the Sven after that. Because it's a silencer that just committed a global, and then you trade that for free people, I mean. Space is such a player. They're gonna get one set of racks here for sure. Warlock
At
isn't
the
gonna
very
do
least.
anything.
I think they can
He's
get
so
2
passive,
if
man.
they hurry it up. Yeah, this is gonna be 2 sets of racks. I mean, Lifestealer got a Desolator, that with the Troll Warlord attack speed.
Yeah, they're gonna get at least a melee range. Yeah, they can get 2 racks actually, but they see the invoker is gonna respawn in 2 seconds, and then they still have the chrono, which is yet to be used again. The silencer just having a beast of a game right now, Joe.
I mean, he is definitely MVP. I mean, I'd love to give it to Lifestealer for playing freaking flawless, but Silence is the one who saves everyone's asses all the time.
Already for like 3 huge plays, and counter initiation, is it gonna save 747? Looks like it's not gonna save them, and he's gonna get 2 kills. Lotus orbed, and oh yeah, Snowman, a stun coming in. The global silence again. Oh my god, dude.
Space, he's just carrying this game single-handedly.
Ace is gonna get wrecked, and that's GG. Oh my god, dude. What a game. What a play from Nova.
I mean, this is just Spacey saving everyone's ass over and over again. And the thing is, honestly, I think Danish Bears could have really easily won this game if it like was